Well, a really nice comeback effort, I think, for Vernon Forrest. Forrest, who had to drop what he said was 6 pounds. Many observers feel it was more than that before the last fight. Spent a couple of hours in the sauna, and he said, I had absolutely nothing left after 4 rounds. And even at that, it wound up being a relatively close fight, but Sergio Mora won the championship. Today, Vernon Forrest told us he had no excuses. You were going to see the old Vernon Forrest, and that's exactly what we saw. He said, I'm going to take a mulligan on that fight. I'm going to start over again tonight. I get another chance. He did get another chance, and unless all of us here at this table are really fooled, he will again be the champion of the world. He fought a very game guy in Sergio Mora, but Mora just did not have the weapons to put up with Vernon Forrest.
Between a contender and a champion.
Going to get a chance to take a look at some numbers, both from the first fight and from tonight's fight, and it'll give you a little bit of a basis of comparison of how these two fights were so different. Numbers from the first fight put together by CompuBox, a very different story than the ones that we saw tonight. Here was the first fight. Mora, of course, threw more punches, 40 more punches, almost 40, 39 more punches, and he landed a lot more punches. He landed 81 more, threw at a 38% connect rate. Forrest, on the other hand, just did not have it the first night and wound up losing. Now look at the numbers tonight, and what a lopsided difference it is. Forrest outworked him. He threw 157 more punches than did Mora, and he landed almost 100, well, in fact, 150, just about 150 punches more. So this decision really not in doubt. Apples and oranges, and give this man his mulligan. He came back and he hit one right down the middle tonight. Vernon Forrest, I'm quite sure, will retain his championship. We'll have the official announcement from Michael Buffer, get the judges' scores. I only gave Mora 2 rounds, and quite honestly, I think I might have been generous to do that. To the center of the ring, and Michael Buffer. Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the MGM Grand, we go to the scorecards. Alan Rubenstein, 118-109. Bert Clements, 117-110. Dick Houck, 119-108. All to the winner by unanimous decision from Atlanta, Georgia. Once again, he is the world champion, Vernon, the Viper Forrest.
Well, there you have it. The 3 judges seeing it very similar to the way we saw it here, and that is a lopsided victory for the once and future champion, Vernon Forrest. Forrest making amends for what he felt was a subpar effort. In fact, it was against Sergio Mora, because he says he had to lose the weight. He says, I'm not using this as an excuse. That's just what happened. I'll have my other chance tonight. I'll show the world. And in fact, I think he did just that. So Vernon Forrest, 118-109 on one judge's card, a surprisingly close 117-110 on the other judge, and then 119-108 on the third judge's card. A unanimous decision, and we'll take you to the center of the ring. Ron Borges is with the winner. Ron.
Well, Vernon, a lot of your critics said you got old in that last fight. This was going to be a worse fight. Obviously, they were wrong.
Absolutely. I told y'all that my better was better than his better. But first of all, I like to give thanks. I got to thank a lot of people. First of all, God, my Lord and Savior. I thank Him for giving me this victory. I had a great camp. I'd like to thank Dr. Gibson, Al Mitchell, Charles Watson, Buddy McGirt, Sasha Spencer, and of course Mika Nabata, my assistant. But listen, that's the difference between a contender and a champion. I had to show y'all people that, hey, I just had a bad night. Anybody can have a bad night. I had a bad night.
It looked like the jab set up everything for you tonight. You landed 150 more punches than he did. Was it the jab that you were looking to rely on?
Well, that was the way I supposed to have fought the first time. You know, I was flat, so my body wasn't reacting to what I wanted to do. And he was a very busy fighter. He's a very emotional fighter. So the first time I just couldn't do nothing with him. This time I control him with the jab. Basic boxing. This is boxing 101. All the young guys out there, this is basic boxing 101. Use the jab. Jab sets up everything.
Well, now you're the 154-pound champion again. Where do you think you go from here, and who do you want?
Well, I'm going home to Atlanta, enjoy this victory, and then I'm gonna let my man Gary Shaw, Al Heyman, we're gonna work something out. But right now, all I think I want to do is go back to Atlanta and rest. Peace up, ATL down, baby.
There you go, Barry.
Thanks very much, Ron. And ABC, it's just that simple. Basic boxing, and that is what it was. Boxing is all about jab, come over with the right hand or the left hand, depending on what side you throw punches from, and it's just that easy. You come away with a victory. Truth be told, it ain't that easy. But there you have your winner, as Sergio Mora just not able to do any business against the resurgent Vernon Forrest tonight. Forrest comes away with a unanimous and a very impressive victory. Did not look like a 37-year-old fighter who was at the end of his rope tonight. Carried it right through the final round, won just about every round. I gave Mora 2 rounds on my card, and as I said, I think that was kind of a gift to begin with. So a very impressive performance for the 37-year-old Vernon Forrest. He's the champion again. As he said, he'll take it home to Atlanta, savor this one for a little bit, and then figure out what comes next. But I think a lot of fighters probably will want Vernon Forrest. I don't think there's any question about it. When a guy gets to be 37, I don't care how impressive you were, you want him. You want to fight him.